And it's day 22 of the trip, and we've just left Monk Provincial Park, which is near Merritt. I'm just driving back to Merritt right now, actually, and I just thought I'd welcome you to the day and give you a little update on what's going on today. Today, we're going to be doing three things, mainly. We're going to be doing Chilliwack. And in Chilliwack, the two things that we're going to be doing are, well, one I won't tell you yet because I want to do a little intro to that later on. But the other one is Harrison Hot Springs, which is a place that the guy working at the motel in Webwood told me about, because he was from Victoria, I believe, if I remember correctly. And he highly recommended the Harrison Hot Springs. He said it's up in the mountains and it's the freshest air you'll ever breathe. And I'm sure the hot springs aren't bad either. So we've got those two things in Chilliwack, and you'll find out what the second thing is once we get there. And the third big thing, this is the big kahuna. We're arriving in Vancouver later on. We are actually going to make it to Vancouver today. After months and months and months of planning and years of wanting to return to Vancouver, we're finally going to do it by tonight. So that's pretty exciting to me anyway. There are cattle on the road on the way to Merritt. We're going to proceed with caution.
Midday in the Rockies, I can see the trees stretch for miles up the mountainside. When evening comes, I'll wander off, find a safe place to hide. On Runaway Lane, Runaway Lane, the truckers always stop on Runaway Lane. You've got no time to rest when the road is heading west, moving down that old runaway lane.
And we are about 20 kilometers or so away from Chilliwack, BC, and we're at a little attraction here, which to introduce, I will say that you know how when a girl gets married, all the other girls at the wedding seem to get very jealous and they want to be the bride. Well, it turns out that the same thing actually happens with waterfalls as well, because we are at a little site here near Chilliwack, and believe it or not, it's called Bridal Veil Falls. And if you recall, the last time we were at Bridal Veil Falls was in Manitoulin Island in Ontario. So I guess the waterfalls get jealous and as well, and they also want to be the bride. So we're going to take a little stroll down to the waterfalls right now, and we're going to try to judge who the prettier bride is in terms of waterfalls. It looks like we've got a little bit of a hike. Sorry, Manitoulin, but I think BC's Bridal Veil Falls wins this pageant. We have arrived at the Harrison Hot Springs, and there won't be any hot springs today. We did that in the cusp, but right now I'm just standing almost knee deep in a pool of water here. And as you can see, nice mountain backdrop as usual. There's rarely a place that you can go to out in these parts that doesn't have a nice mountain backdrop to it. But we're going to venture just down there because the water turns a lot bluer than this. This is just a little pool right here. You can see it's actually completely enclosed. So we're just going to walk down there and check out the blue water. And here is said blue water. It's a really gorgeous place. Vancouver, where is the love? I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because I'm physically and mentally exhausted right now. It's 7 o'clock. I rolled into Vancouver at 5 o'clock and basically spent probably an hour just driving around up and down streets. There's a bunch of one-way streets, and it's quite a maze. It's a little bit like Calgary, and eventually I found a gas station to pull into to look up some hotels, and I started making calls asking if there was any rooms available, that sort of thing, and started with the cheapest, and nobody could help me. The major problem that I was having was that I needed a credit card to be able to check in to all of these hotels, and so I started with the cheapest, no dice, worked my way up to the middle of the road hotels. Again, no dice. All of them needed a credit card. I do not have a credit card. I think that much is obvious. And eventually I got to the point where it was like I was making calls to anywhere that I thought might not need a credit card. I didn't care how much I was paying. I would throw all my money at them if they would just give me a room for the night. And unfortunately, nobody could help me out. I needed a credit card for everywhere. So I just got sick and tired of trying to phone different motels and having no luck, and so I left downtown Vancouver, and I'm now in Burnaby, I think it is. It's a subdivision or a subsection of Vancouver. Yeah, Burnaby, which actually is a pretty nice area. So I'm not in downtown Vancouver anymore. Right now I'm going to try to find a campground in the area because Vancouver is just not working out for me, which is a shame because it treated me really well 4 years ago when I was here. So what can I say, Vancouver? I'm not feeling the love, and it's a shame. So I'm going to work on finding a campground close by, and we'll see what tomorrow has in store. Good morning. It's day 23, I believe. Regarding the Vancouver situation, I did find a campsite or a campground in Anmore, which is a subsection of Vancouver, and it's kind of a nice area. I really wanted nothing to do with Vancouver last night. It was a really big disappointment. I'm giving my hero Vancouver a second chance today, so I'm gonna do Stanley Park today, and then probably gonna head towards the ferry to Salt Spring Island. So Vancouver, second chance today. I hope you can treat me a little bit better, because if you didn't treat me so well the last time I was out here, I'd totally pull a Calgary on you and just head right to Salt Spring Island and say, screw you, Vancouver, but you treated me well 4 years ago, so I'm giving you a second chance. Alright? So, here's hoping for the best in Vancouver today. We're off to a good start today in Vancouver because we've made it to Stanley Park, although it's $3 per hour to park here. Still, we're going to check out the sights and sounds in the park. This is at Prospect Point, by the way. This 1 hour parking thing is a terrible idea because really you can only walk like half an hour in one direction. So you walk half an hour in one direction, half hour of the way back, and by that time your parking's run out and you've barely got a chance to see anything. And not only that, but I parked a little too far north, I'd say, from where I wanted to be, because I didn't get anywhere near where I wanted to be. It is a big park. I just realized that this is kind of another milestone because I am in Stanley Park, right at the water, and I realized that I'm about to dip my toes, once again dipping the toes into the waters of the Pacific Ocean. There are the Pacific Ocean waters, and we're walking in. Atlantic to the Pacific, guys. Downtown Van City, here we go. We're going to West Hastings first. And maybe that might be the only street because parking is pretty expensive out here. But here is downtown Amsterdam.